So I hate computers. I had my video all done and I was going to be on time, and then I had to transfer it from my PC to a stupid Mac, which I prefer, but whatever, don't tell my computer. And somehow in the process, the sound got messed up, and so I spent the last 2 hours trying to adjust the sound and then edit the video, and it didn't work. Call me stupid, but I'm pretty sure that everything technology is against me. Speaking of movies, since I just fought with iMovie for 2 hours, I would have been on time. This is not a tardy. It's excusable. So I thought what I would do is talk about the Oscars. Disclaimer, I didn't watch them. I didn't even know they were on. I do know that Ellen hosted them, because if you didn't know that, you must have been living under a rock, because it was literally everywhere and I was getting really tired of hearing about it. But good for Ellen. She's funny. Not as cool as me, but what I was wondering though is, why is it that there's not an award show for books? Can you imagine the outfits people would wear to the Oscars for books? What would they be called? No, pages or something lame. I can't even think of something right now. So flustered. So on technology, it never agrees with me. That's not true. It does sometimes, but generally it lulls me into a false sense of security, and then it comes back and bites me in the ass. Relating it back to books, I am aware of the fact that some people enjoy Kindles and Nooks and mini iPads, which just seem like a smaller version of an already stupid thing. I respect that, and I appreciate that you're reading and that you have a little thing that holds a lot of books. That's cool. It's kind of like Hermione's bag in the 7th book, where, you can stuff like your entire house in there, and then you just reach in and, whoop, look, so light, but there it is, everything's there. There's stove, gotta cook some hot dogs, whatever, hot dogs. However, I hate e-readers. I am that douche. I hate them. I hate them so much. I know they have candles and like perfume that smell like old books now, but it's not the same, because you don't get that must. You don't inhale the dust and feel like you're gonna sneeze and die a little bit with that perfume and that candle. Like, you need to smell the book. I'm very serious about the smell. And with e-readers, you're never gonna get that smell. And I don't care if you can fit more books on there and bring it on a plane. Because what the hell happens when your battery dies? Don't tell me it's never gonna happen, because it's bound to happen. Even if it's like a 4-month long battery, when those 4 months are over, your book is going to be over. At least if you're reading a book that you have in your hand, a tangible book, you know when the end's coming. But what happens if you're in the middle of the best chapter of your life and all of a sudden, bam, the book's over because the e-reader died? What then? What do you do then? You just sit there and you sulk and you hate everything about your life choices because you picked an e-reader. Kind of rough, isn't it? I would much rather haul a giant-ass bag around with me full of books, breaking my back, than carry an e-reader. Different but similar vein, audiobooks. I understand the necessity for those, and if that works for you, go for it. Personally, I'm too used to having music playing, ebook on. I'm like, oh, background music. Where's my book? Doesn't work for me. But I'm not judging people for listening to audiobooks. That's the same. If you have a long car ride, I would hate to be driving and not be able to read. I would be very distracted, because I'd be like, driving a car, flying with dragons, and then all of a sudden, Urgh! But hey, if you can manage that, go for it. I do not agree with e-readers. Nope. Won't do it. Not going to be inclusive on that. I'm inclusive on so many things, but just not the e-readers. Sorry, world. Can't help you. Don't know what to tell you. Well, what I can tell you is to go buy a book, because they smell delicious. Well, no, because that implies you want to eat them. They don't smell that good. They kind of smell like they're going to kill you, and they kind of smell like something might have died in some of them, and it's sour and weird, and you love every second of it because it's a book. It's a goddamn book. And that's all I have to say about that. Stay tuned for my card, I guess. I don't know. Goddamn technology screwed up this week. What are you going to do? Not buy an e-reader.